Hey everyone, in today's video we are going to have a look at some of the hottest Skyrim mods released in the past month. So let's jump right in. First up is the mod Moon Monk Robes, which features a new light armor set inspired by Asian cultures and has some ninja vibes in my opinion. The armor was made with the Khajiit race in mind, so it does support beast races as well as every other race. It also comes in several different color variations, ranging from neutral black and white tones to multicolored bright outfits. The gloves also come with an enchantment that deal extra unarmed damage, similar to the Khajiit race ability. It's a high quality mod and looks fantastic in game, perfect for thief or assassin playstyles. The second mod today actually goes in tandem very well with the monk robes, called Reversed Dagger Moveset for MCO, or Modern Combat Overhaul. If you are unfamiliar with MCO, very simply it overhauls the Skyrim combat system and allows you to perform combos or chain certain attacks together. This mod adds a moveset for dual wielding daggers featuring very acrobatic combos and flip attacks akin to a ninja or very agile fighter. When trying this mod, I had a ton of fun slicing through my enemies using a quick succession of attacks, then quickly darting away. It's also recommended to use this moveset with a reverse dagger mod. There are a couple of links on the mod page that go to reverse daggers. Overall, it's a very polished animation pack for a very distinct style. Next up is a quest expansion for the iconic Innocence Lost quest. I'm sure most of you know this quest where you talk to the Aratino boy who then sends you away to murder Grelod the Kind. This mod expands that quest line so you now have multiple ways to complete it. These include more subtle ways of killing Grelod, for example poisoning her wine, or if you would rather her go to jail, you can inform the city guard to arrest her if you can find enough evidence of her child abuse. You will have to do some snooping around to unlock all of the various storylines, which I won't spoil here. Also, fair warning, if you choose to get her arrested, you won't be able to join the Dark Brotherhood as you never actually completed the contract. All in all, this is a fantastic mod that explores one of Skyrim's more iconic questlines and provides some new twist. Next up are a series of landscape texture mods by MystiriousDawn, utilizing the new AMD feature known as Complex Parallax. There are various different landscapes, all separated into standalone mods, so you can pick and choose the ones you like. I particularly like the Riverstone one, which adds nice shorelines to the riverbeds around Skyrim with these really beautiful 3D rocks, and the Pine Forest floor, which adds this beautiful moss effect. But all of the textures look great, and of course you can download the whole suite of textures to overhaul most of your Skyrim landscapes. Also, if you're unsure what Complex Parallax is, I will link another video of mine in the description that goes into more detail about how that works. But all up, these are fantastic looking texture mods. Then we have the mod called Lovergirl Skin, a new high quality female skin texture for both CBBE and UNP body types. The skin is based on the Bind Skin mod and features high quality 4K textures with defined bone structure, pores, wrinkles and freckles. It aims to be a more realistic interpretation of the human skin and it looks fantastic in game. I highly recommend giving it a go. Next is a Flame Atronach redesign mod by Fourth Unknown. This mod changes the design of the classic Flame Atronach into something a bit more feminine. It also has a nice fantasy look to it, with what could only be described as a unicorn horn atop of its head. This is a really nice polished design, and although the original was great, it's nice to have something new after 11 years. This is also just a visual mod, nothing else has changed about how the Atronach works or operates. Then we have an animation replacer for the Whirlwind sprint chart, called Dynamic Whirlwind Sprint. This mod replaces the animation of Whirlwind Sprint based on the weapon you are holding, so two-handed weapons will be slightly different to one-handed and so on. Another great thing about this mod is it will use a random animation each time you use the shout, so you don't have to see the same animation being played over and over again. Whirlwind Sprint is probably the shout I use most in Skyrim, so this mod was totally worth it. It's also great to see your character struggle to control the momentum of the sprint sometimes, which I thought was a nice touch. Highly recommended to give this mod a go. Now we're going to have a look at two menu mods. The first is called Memospore, which overhauls the UI sounds in Skyrim and has taken inspiration from the Dark Souls series. The base mod replaces the sound for your inventory, journal, and other menus. And there are also optional sound replacers for quest sounds.
To be honest, I'm kind of lonely here. As much as I hated getting...
And your level up or skill sounds, including the skill menu. It's also really nice to have a change from the vanilla sound. Just make sure to load after any other sound mods you might have. And the second menu mod is called Show Player in Menu, which, as it says, when you enter your inventory menu, your character will rotate to face the camera. This is a great quality of life change when trying on new sets of armor, for example. It also comes with a configuration menu where you can adjust the settings of the camera to your liking. I also found it great to use alongside another mod called Skyrim Souls RE, which unpauses your game when in the menus. I felt they worked really well together and gave a very immersive feel to the game. Also, if you've ever played Oblivion, you should be familiar with this style. This mod was ultimately designed to enhance your overall playing experience and does so very well. Next is a mod called Abyss. This mod adds a collection of new shadow spells to Skyrim. In total, there are 23 new spells, including some from the Destruction School, which focus on dealing shadow damage and AoE effects. There's also some for the Illusion School, which focus on debuffing your enemies and providing increased stats when invisible. And lastly, there are also a couple of conjuration spells that conjure up shadow Atronachs to fight by your side. The spells are all balanced around vanilla magic, and I found they all work very well, allowing you to create a nice shadow mage type character. Also, alluding to the shadow name, this spell pack works great for stealth playthroughs. I especially found the shadow aura spell very useful, causing enemies to explode on death, dealing damage to everyone around them. Now we have a collection of new creature mods. All of these mods are designed to give the creatures more variation when attacking compared to the basic vanilla animations. The creatures that have been overhauled up until now include the giants, who utilize gigantic swings and leaps to attack you from a distance, including a comical drop kick attack. There's also the Falmer, who now have a more unique attacking style, frequently trying to slide and attack your legs. And the new werewolf animations that feature savage leap attacks and powerful swipe combinations akin to their brutal and uncontrollable nature. But my favourite would have to be the new troll animations that remind me of a gorilla trying to smash and slam you with their large fist, and actually pairs really well with the Skyrim troll in my opinion. Altogether, these mods give each creature a unique attacking style that adds some nice variation to combat. The author is also intent on making more animations for different creatures, so be sure to be on the lookout for them as well. And finally, the last mod today is just a bit of fun called THICCEN, which replaces the chickens found around Skyrim with fat or thick variants. Honestly, this mod is amazing and totally worth the download to fatten up those chickens. You will not be disappointed. But otherwise, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I will see you all again next time. Cheers.